The future is looking grim for the traditional music business. After decades of making millions off people like you and me, the record companies and record stores are now in some major trouble. Profits are down, people aren't buying CDs as much anymore. The industry is still trying to figure out what to do here, as their old business model is hacked apart by music pirates, new technologies, and consumers that are taking back the power. Elias Mackos joins us for more on this. And tell me, Elias, how bad is this, and is this a dying industry?
I don't think it's a dying industry. I think people are listening to music now more than they ever have. The question is, what about those record company executives? Are they a dying breed? You know, they seem like dinosaurs. I've seen glaciers move faster than record company executives. And I think the last 10 years we've seen a lot of change, and they're still clinging on to this 40-year-old idea of the album.
There's some actually some news that moved this morning, some news about the CD sales in Quebec, and we have a graphic that shows how the number of sales in Quebec has gone down over the last couple of years. You can see in 2004, 13 million CDs were sold. This year, it looks like we're on track to 11 point. That's a major decrease, and I know that HMV has one marketing idea. They're cutting the prices down from $27 to $20. I mean, is this the best they can do? Is it really going to make any difference?
I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think that trend that we just saw is going to continue. The trend is towards digital downloads. With music, this is how it's happening. In the States, we've got a situation where we've got Walmart, then Best Buy, and then the third biggest retailer of music is iTunes. So people are paying money to download music online. And then you've got the issue of piracy and people downloading music for free. So retailers are going to have to, I don't think music retailing is going to be around for a lot longer.
Certainly not in the model that we're maybe looking at here in these pictures. We've also talked about how a lot of times in the old days, the album, not even the old days, even nowadays, the albums are to a certain extent full of filler. So I guess this also puts pressure on music artists to churn out better product, because if you're downloading individual songs, they better be good or else we're not going to download them.
The bottom line is, if you're a fan of an artist, you'll buy that album. The question here is people that just want that one song. They don't want to spend $20 on a song. They'd rather either get it for free or go to iTunes, download it, pay 99 cents, and there's that issue as well. You can't get $20 out of an album anymore. People just want to spend a couple of bucks on the tracks that they want.
Of course, the other big issue is music pirates. I mean, is there any way to stop online piracy of music nowadays?
Short answer, no. There's no way of stopping it. There's a way to make legal downloading more appealing for people. I think the best way to do it would be to drop the price. I think even at $1, it's too much for the average casual consumer to buy a track. If they were to lower it, I think more people would buy it if the prices were lower. I don't think it's going to go that way because the record companies are dead set against it. They're still hanging on to digital rights management, meaning encoding those songs with the way of keeping their copyright protection on it. So I don't see them changing that very too soon.
It's taken so long for them to get their act together in terms of reacting to the internet. I guess by and large they underestimated just how much of an impact this would have on their industry, didn't they?
Yeah, and when it started, they took a protectionist approach. They said, whoa, we can't do this. We don't want digital downloads. It's the CD. And what they should have done is said, hey, this is new. Let's go with it. Let's try and increase the market this way. And that just led to piracy. And that's why we had Napster in the last part of the 90s and the beginning of this decade. That was really bred by the fact that the music companies didn't want to change.
All right, Elias Mackos, thanks very much for this.
You're welcome.
And we will be right back.
Hi, this is Randy. Team and the Edmonton Eskimos come to